Good morning, and thank you for joining me, Coach Michael, on your Monday morning. A week ago Friday, a colleague and I had the ability, the privilege, and honor to guide 40 like-minded business owners through a 2019 business plan. It's always a lot of fun as you get this community together, really getting clear on their goals and dreams and the action steps to create those and accomplish those goals and dreams. The most fun was the fact that how much they worked together. 40 different business owners, different cultures, different industries, all working together, sharing their wins and guiding each other through the process. Actually, newer folks that were doing this for the first time, we had some clients that had been in this process for quite some time, guiding the others through with some of the things they did to become successful in the past. But most importantly, something that stood out for me, we had a couple of coaches that also joined us on Friday to work on their business plans. And one in particular was talking to me and asking me about the group programs I have in place for smaller business owners that could all work on their business, but in a group setting. And she asked me, she goes, how the group coaching work? And I looked over to a group of clients of mine, all three of them were together, high-fiving, talking, all smiling. I say, that's how it works right there. And I saw the unity between the three, different cultures, industries, goals, dreams, but all working together. Then I looked at the left side of the room, and I have a group of three gentlemen that just started in a group program. Same thing, different cultures, industries, and so on, but they were lined up all next to each other, working on their quarterly plan, up on the wall, sharing ideas, and working together as a team. And I was thinking, if I can get business owners, different cultures, different industries, different goals and dreams to work together, could you imagine what you could do if you have an organization when everyone's going into the same direction? And I'm going to share 6 traits you need to put in place to get your team synergistic to create the business to work for you so you can begin to step aside. The first thing you always want to put in place is behavioral assessments. Behavioral assessments will give you a good idea of the behaviors of the individuals that work for the organizations. This way you'll be able to communicate and articulate to them in their language and to get the best out of your team. It's also essential to have one done on yourself so you can know your strengths and weaknesses of where you need to make the shifts. The next thing we do is implement short, constructive weekly meetings. The biggest breakdown in any organization, or husband and wife for that matter, is always the lack of communication. And having weekly meetings brief and to the point will keep the communication in flow. The next thing we do is we align the entire team on their vision, the mission, and the culture of the organization. If you don't have this in place, you need to get it in place. And I'll give you something to think about. If you don't have a vision and a mission and a purpose, your team is just punching in 8 to 5 because they really have nothing to follow for a purpose to represent themselves in your organization. So once they have a purpose, now they have a guiding light. The second thing is when you have a culture in place and you have certain points of culture, let's just say attitude, integrity, teamwork, communication. When someone on your team is out of alignment, you could always take them right back to the culture to get them back in alignment with those perfect traits. The fourth thing we do is put an organizational chart in place. Now, a lot of business owners say, I have one, but I want you to construct the way it looks now and construct one the way you want it to look when your business is finished, when you walk away. So you could see what people and positions and divisions you need to put in place to create that business that works for you. The next thing, number 5, is create the position agreements, the roles and responsibility, and the review process. Make sure every one of your team has a position agreement in place. They know their roles and responsibility, and every 90 days you're going over that to track their progress. And the last, speaking about tracking their progress, put KPIs in place for everybody on your team. And those are key performance indicators. You can test and measure. They'll know exactly what they need to do. So at the end of the quarter, when you're reviewing them, you can measure exactly their progress on the key vital functions of which they were supposed to put in place and have their KPIs. Put these 6 things in place, and I guarantee you, you will have a much more efficient team that begins to run the company for you so you can begin to take a step back. Because that is the goal, have a commercial, profitable enterprise that works without you. You've been enjoying your Monday morning with Coach Michael. I want to thank you for joining in. I want to wish you a productive and profitable week. Go get them, and I'll see you next Monday. Thank you.